Welcome back. Live look here in New York City, where Democratic Congressman Dan Goldman is now calling on the NYPD to arrest and prosecute ICE agents who he says engage in unlawful actions that he claims to have seen during federal immigration crackdowns in the city. The congressman penning a letter to NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch, bashing ICE and CBP officers, saying they're carrying out outrageous and unlawful conduct in cities around the country. He believes they're violently and improperly arresting U.S. citizens. It comes after protesters clashed with ICE agents as they were carrying out operations against illegal street vendors on Canal Street.
And correspondent Christina Thompson live now with the details, joining us from Lower Manhattan with more. Christina, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the attacks on ICE agents just do keep on continuing in blue cities across America, including here in New York City. Just last night, as ICE agents were trying to carry out an operation along Canal Street, they were attacked by protesters. They were looking to arrest certain street vendors in the Soho area. Federal agents in tactical gear with large vehicles swept the streets. They did make arrests. This as ICE agents were assaulted and attacked by rioters for shutting down criminal activity tied to the sale of counterfeit goods. Now, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin saying rioters who were shouting obscenities became violent and obstructed law enforcement duties, including blocking vehicles and assaulting law enforcement. Already, one rioter has been arrested for assault on a federal officer. Now, this as New York Representative Dan Goldman wrote a letter to Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch to persuade her to encourage NYPD officers to arrest ICE agents, saying no person, regardless of their badge, should be permitted to assault or unlawfully detain any New Yorker without facing consequences.
What is happening at 26 Federal Plaza is egregious and incredibly problematic, and it is the subject of a lawsuit that I and 11 of my colleagues have filed in court. But the NYPD doesn't have jurisdiction at 26 Federal Plaza. It's a federal building. But what we're seeing in Chicago and Portland and Los Angeles with someone getting shot with a pellet gun in the face, and these really egregiously violent arrests sometimes, and there's been now documentation, incredible evidence, of United States citizens. That is illegal. The ICE cannot arrest U.S. citizens, and what they're doing then, going and arresting them and then assaulting them.
Now, meanwhile, Assemblywoman Lee called the Canal Street operation reckless and destabilizing, spreading fear, not safety. Now, behind me is one of those immigration buildings here in New York City, Federal Plaza. There is an increase of police presence surrounding it today after those protests last night, as well as many police barricades blocking the sidewalks for anyone who tries to walk by it. Sean, Emma.
Christina, Representative Goldman talked about these being American citizens. I'm just curious, through the reporting and documentation that we've looked at, do we know if those on Canal Street that picked up all the bags and watches, et cetera, that are being sold, were they American citizens? Do we have that confirmation? Obviously, ICE has a tip that they're not. That's why they're there.
So looking at who was arrested during this specific operation yesterday, those who are selling counterfeit goods or who are out on the street, if they are being arrested by ICE, they are being arrested because they are not in the country illegally, or there is something that has flagged ICE agents to have had them look into them further. Now, if you are arrested and you are an American citizen, which we did see yesterday, it's because you were assaulting or attacking an ICE officer, a federal agent, which, as we know, is a crime.
All right. Well, we can relay that report to Congressman Goldman. Christina, thank you very much.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is NEWSMAX. It's real news for real people.